Hello guys, in another video. This week we'll mix elephant with predator. Let's go! As always we have to begin with wire armature, but I already did that off camera. Here I am aiming only for the upper part of creature, because I was inspired by amazing Jack creator work, where he did also predator, but I didn't want to steal his idea, but still wanted to make something similar to predator. So I made pre-elephant. If you have better idea you can give that in comment. Anyway, in the beginning I'm focusing on his big muscles, because I thought that mix of these two creatures will give something very bulky. That's why I am giving here a guy on steroids. And also, to be honest, sculpting muscles are my favorite parts, because it's super satisfying to make. In the back I didn't want to create shape with adding clay, so I just took some tool and took away clay that later in painting will be shadows. Now when I'm fully satisfied with his body, I moved on to head. To be honest, that was one of the most easy parts of this sculpture, because Predator's head is quite easy in shape. It is some sort of alien head, but with weird open mouth. When some creepy stuff was done, like adding texture of gums and sharpie teeth, I moved on to something that will create elephant look. So of course it is his giant nose. With that done, I move on with eyes, and here also I made some adjustments, because instead of one pair of eyes, I gave him two. Why not? He is alien, so you never know how they look. At the end it was time to put him on the neck and start adding giant ears. After that I used this tool to create hairs for him. I think this is hairs, but to be honest I'm not sure what's that. When his hair was done, it was time to add here this elephant texture that these animals have. But I didn't want to add it all over, I decided to keep lower half of human body. With that done, I went with final stuff, so hands and details. And I was thinking about making here 5-fingered hand, but after thinking longer about that idea, I decided to go with 3-fingered hand, but more massive. I think that will keep this creature unnatural. And later, as I said, I'm adding another details that will fill up this diorama and will let viewer to interpret everything in his own way. So after baking, time to move on with painting, and here you may be surprised why I am using green color as the beginning. That's because I'm not going to fully cover this color later with painting skin, for example. What will help me getting green ambient of the diorama later, that also will be boosted with green transparent resin. Anyway, with painting I was not focusing on blending nicely the colors, because I was using here stippling technique that later will look like some kind of skin texture. I'm only blending later human skin tone with elephant skin by airbrush. So after the body I moved on with hairs, and here I stayed with the idea from normal predator, so I keep them black. After that, painting metallic parts with metallic paint like golden and silver. I put this bandage over here because, like you see now, I wanted to paint it like he's wounded. This will create look like he's tortured or slaved and something bad happened to him, that's why he has sad face. At the end, painting the eyes and moving on with final touch, and it is of course oil wash. If you don't know what's oil wash, it is a mixed oil paint with turpentine and applying on the model so it can go into the deepest parts of model, and later I am removing it to gain nice contrast because it goes in the deepest part of model. Later I am removing paint with paper towel from places where it's too much paint. So now let's go with diorama. My vision here was to make some kind of laboratory where they created this kind of creature, because people wanted to make weapon that's extremely danger, and they combined strong animal like elephant with deadly alien from space. Actually I should make alien with elephant, yeah, maybe later. Anyway, I have to admit that it gave me a lot of fun creating this lab. For this purpose I used some cardboard and polymer clay to create pipes and doors. Cardboard is very nice material for walls, because you can easily create shape of tiles without much effort. So diorama done, let's move on with painting. It's not much work, but I will describe what I did if you are interested. In the beginning, of course, we have to prime it, and after that move on with colors. Of course it's laboratory, so tiles I painted with bright grey, and I didn't want to cover it fully because I was aiming for kinda weathered look. After that I used the best stuff for that, and it is oil wash. When wash was drying, I moved on with pipes, and here I used copper metallic paint, which in my opinion was great contrasting color for all diorama. Doors I painted with silver metallics to make them quite outstanding and eye-catchy, but also later did some weathering with rusty washes and black oil wash. At the end, adding some acrylic pipes filled with lime UV resin to look like some weirdo chemical stuff that's pumped to our creature. And also connecting chains so our creature cannot run away. So finally time to move on with the best part, and that's pouring epoxy resin inside. When resin was hard, I had to polish it with sand machine, and after that to connect lights and make construction look tidy. At the end, connecting battery socket, and we can call him done. So I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making this whole diorama. If you like what you see, please leave some like and comment to fit YouTube algorithm. Have a nice day, bye bye!